Okay, so I'm going to give you a refresher. You probably know these, but you might just need the little tips to help with your hips. So, both hips you're going to want to do, not just the one, but the sore side of the hip is the knee that's down. And before I drive forward, I want to make sure my knee's over my ankle, or my ankle's just a little bit further than my knee, so that when I drive forward, my knee's over my ankle, right? So I want to tuck my hips under first. So I'm tucking those hips, making sure my back is flat as I drive forward. I don't want to arch as I drive forward, okay? So I'm tucking my hips under, stepping that foot out, keeping my back flat as I drive my hip forward, okay? As I drive that hip forward, I want to squeeze the glute of the knee that's on the floor. As I raise this arm up, I'm not arching my back, I'm just raising that arm up to help stretch out the psoas as well. I'm squeezing my glute and I'm breathing for 30 seconds. Okay, driving that hip, squeezing that glute, back is flat, raising that arm, big inhale, big exhale. Ideally, I would take like a 15-minute walk to warm up my hips previous doing this. Don't go into it cold. You can, but you're going to get more benefit by a little bit of a warm up, okay? After that, when I come back to neutral, I'm going to face you. Okay, that leg was out in front. Now I'm going to take it out to the side at an angle, and I'm going to drive towards that angle. Again, my hips tucked under, my back is flat as I drive into that angle. And I'm going to feel that stretch here and in here. I can raise that arm, it doesn't really matter on this side. I want to lean in, squeeze this glute, driving in. I'm going to feel that, big inhale, big exhale. 30 seconds is a really good time to hold a stretch, to have it be more beneficial. Okay, I'm going to come back, and then this leg's going to go out to the side. My toe is going to face same direction as my nose. I'm going to hip hinge, hands are going to go to the ground, and then I want to sit back as far as I feel comfortable. I'm going to get that good inner thigh stretch for 30 seconds. Now, if you have a hard time going down, you can just, if you feel the stretch here, just stay here. But ideally getting down to your elbows or even hands out in front of you and super flat. Okay, then I'm going to come up, and this leg's going to go out in front of me. Foot flex, leg straight, and I want to reach and I want to get that hammy. Okay, if you feel impinged on that hip doing this one, you can take that out for a little while and bring it back once you get used to doing these ones. And we're getting that hip stretched out, okay? Then I'm going to have you foam roll the inner thigh. Make sure that the foam roller's not up here, but it's further away so that nothing's blocking your torso, so that you can actually get the weight straight down. The most common mistake of rolling the inner thigh is people roll off and there's no weight on my inner thigh. I want to give my body weight square, my legs out to the side, so I'm in an L shape with my legs, and I'm rolling out that inner thigh. That's really going to help with any hip impingement. Okay, so I'm starting where my inner thigh meets my pelvis, and I'm working that out all the way to the knee. And I remember I can do this as well. After that, you're going to do really gnarly inner thigh stretch. Yes, this is going to help the hip. I want to take my knees out as far as possible. My feet are close together behind me. My heels are close together. And then I want to sit my butt back. If I don't feel that stretch, I'm going to go down to my elbows and sit my butt back. Feel that stretch nice. And then I'm going to bring my butt forward. I'm going to kick my heels apart. And I'm going to sit my butt back as far as I can, comfortably or mildly uncomfortable. Holding. Bring myself forward, feet back together, sit my butt back. And if you don't pad up your knees, this is pretty painful on the knees. So make sure you're on padding when you do this. If when you come forward and you pull your feet apart and you sit back, it gives you knee pain, then just do the one where your feet are close together. Okay, after that, you're gonna do best stretch ever, where you step this foot forward, both hands are here, back knee is on the ground, I'm stretching here. I can also put my elbows to the floor. I can also, hand back up, and I wanna open up. Okay, best stretch ever. Best stretch ever. Right, and then I'm gonna repeat on the other side. Tuck my hips under, drive my hips forward, step out to the side, lateral, sit back on my heel, foot flexed, inner thigh roll, right? Butterfly stretch. Best stretch ever. Long, standing, tall kneeling is what we call this. This actually can help too, just balancing here, tucking my hips under, tall kneeling, and then roll out those quads. And then let me know how you feel.